they're going in front line. They get to fight.
I know. I'm an Army brat, so I was raised on that, and I also believe very firmly that a woman is allowed to choose. She should be allowed to choose what she wants to do, and if she is trained and she feels comfortable and that's something she wants to do, that should be something she gets to do.
Do you think that they're physically, can they meet the standards to be in frontline infantry? Because do you think they can? Because a lot of people think otherwise. Because
I gotta tell you that
they're not males.
I have to say that there are men and women who can't meet those standards, and I think there are men and women who can. So there's not a lot of men, but I think there are some women too that can meet those, and if they can meet the standards, more power to them.
And what about if they do meet the standards and they do get to fight in the front line combat?
I just fear for them, and they would know that if they get caught, the first thing that's going to happen is they'll probably be raped, and it's a horrendous
It's going to be
thing.
a lot more brutal when they get caught, and I think in a couple years after them allowing and passing that law in 2016, that women are going to then be drafted forcefully. If it comes to World War III.
They'd have to bring in yes, but the chances of a World War III are very slim because I cannot see anybody wanting to go to nuclear war, and in a ground war, they're not going to beat the United States. So unless and until they get a military that's stronger than ours, on a ground war, nobody's got a chance. So unless they want to go nuclear, which will kill the world, including them, that's not going to happen. So we're not going to have a World War III.
But I heard that the British, they tried this in 1998, where they tried having women fight just like the men, the same standards and everything, but they failed the test. And they actually made, a lot of women got injured, and they failed the test, and they actually canceled that experiment, and actually things improved without the women being in the infantry with men.
Well, if that turns out to be the case,
that was 18 years ago, though, you know?
I think women ought to have the opportunity to try.
I think so, too, but what happens if they fail it, though? Do you think they're going to try to fight for standards to be lowered? Because if they are lowered, I think the missions will be compromised. I think they'll weaken it.
If they can put a weak man out there, why can't they put a strong woman?
That's true. But I just don't think, I think they should get an opportunity, but I don't think that they should lower the standards if those opportunities aren't met.
Okay, then I agree with you on that, because if you're going to go, you need to go out the right way. I agree with you on that.
That's the only thing I disagree with, is that if they can't meet the standards, then you can't meet the standards. You can't let them in.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is the requirement. It's going to take some really extra special abilities and a lot of fortitude. And if those women have it, then I believe they should have the opportunity. And I know that women have been saying for the last 20 or so years that they're offended by the fact that they're not allowed to fight and die for their country, because it is our country too. And if we got to stand up and at the end comes, they're willing to make that take that chance. And I think that should be something they're allowed to do.
Yeah.